Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto died? Tsunade went back in time to save him. Part 3, hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. The gates of Konoha came into sight, as Naruto was excited to be home. Yoshiko looked fondly upon the other blonde. Naruto is nearly healed from his encounter with Kabuto. He will be able to start training tomorrow. I will have to work with him on his chakra control, so that he can eventually use the Rasengan one-handed. Now if the girls would be waiting for him it would be great, Yoshiko thought, as she then saw 4 females decked out in formal kimonos. Haku wore a dark blue with white snowflakes, Hinata wore a light purple with lavender flowers on it, Isaribi wore a jade green kimono with carp on it, and Yakuma wore a brown kimono with trees on it. Naruto and Jiraiya were awestruck by the appearance of 4 lovely girls waiting for their arrival. Tsunade was also impressed, as she leaned down to whisper to Yoshiko. So they are the harem. Tsunade teased. Yoshiko smirked at the comment, and her reply shocked her mother. That was the idea. Hinata walked to the group and bowed, as the other girls bowed behind her. Welcome back to Konoha, Lady Tsunade. We bring you and your group greetings, and hope your journey was not too fraught with danger. Hello Naruto-kun, we bring greetings to you too. Thank you Hyuga-san, we appreciate you girls coming out to greet us on our return. Tsunade returned the courtesy. Now if you will lead us to the Hokage's tower we can get down to business, and fix up this village. As you wish, Tsunade-sama. Hinata replied, as the girls again bowed, and then led the group to the tower. Upon arriving, Hinata spoke up for the group. We have to leave you now Hokage-sama, but we will visit you later. She then turned to Naruto. Naruto-kun, we will also see you later. Hinata wore a smirk, and then winked at him, as she and the other girls left the area. Naruto was dumbstruck, and didn't know what to do other than babble. Yeah right Hinata-chan, what just happened? Naruto questioned the adults, and Yoshiko just laughed. What? Well, mother, you need to go to the office, and then to the hospital, as I am sure that Naruto-kun will want to have both of his teammates, Sasuke and Kakashi, healed. Yoshiko commented. Danzo appeared on the stairs with an angry look on his face, and stared directly at Yoshiko. Yoshiko, you will take the offer or suffer the consequences. Yoshiko sighed, and rolled her eyes. Danzo theme, just go, and jump off a mountain, preferably one near Kumo. Danzo moved forward only to be intercepted by both Tsunade and Jiraiya. Why are you threatening the daughter of the Hokage? Tsunade asked with thinly veiled anger. Danzo quickly corrected his posture. I'm sorry Tsunade-hime, I was just trying to instill the value of agreeing to the agreement the council has given to your daughter. It is in the village's best interests. Yoshiko laughed. You guys want me to marry his teammate, right? Yoshiko pointed at Naruto. I would rather marry Naruto-kun today than be bothered by that bastard Sasuke again. As a matter of fact, Naruto-kun, Yoshiko asked, as she turned to Naruto. Will you marry me? Naruto was slightly taken aback by this quick turn of events. His mind was moving almost as fast as the situation. How do I answer that? Danzo smirked and immediately spoke up. You say no, so that she can be with the proper person, not a peasant like you. Danzo knew not to call Naruto demon in public. Naruto got angry at the treatment the old man had given him. Listen, old man. Yoshiko-chan asked me, not you. I truthfully have no idea how to answer that question, but I will be damned if she will be forced to marry someone she doesn't want to. Tsunade smirked, as Naruto had defended Yoshiko's honor, while not insulting her. You continue to amaze me, Naruto. If you wish it I will allow you to be betrothed to my daughter. That is if you want to be. But, there is a slight problem. Naruto admitted, as Tsunade raised an eyebrow. I do like Yoshiko-chan, but I also like Sakura-chan and Hinata-chan. I just don't know what to do. Danzo gets out of my way, and goes do something productive like attack a Cloud Village outpost by yourself. Jiraiya offered, much to everyone's delight, except for Danzo. Tsunade led the way up the stairs, as they met Shikamaru and his father. Tsunade and Shikaku spent some time talking, and reacquainting themselves. So Naruto, who's the blonde? Shikamaru inquired. She is the new Hokage, and she is Yoshiko-chan's mother. Naruto admitted, as Yoshiko nodded. Damn Naruto, you're troublesome, you go, and bring back the new Hokage, and even know her daughter. Shikamaru made the comment in such a way that he was asking Yoshiko if she liked Naruto, to which she just nodded, and smiled. Man, so troublesome, hey dad, let's get home before mom makes life too much trouble. Shikamaru called his father, who broke the conversation to join his son on their trip home. Naruto waved goodbye to Shikamaru, as the group entered the tower. Upon entering Hamaru, Kaharu greeted them. Welcome Lady Tsunade, we hope your trip back wasn't too hectic. Tsunade features darkened. We did meet up with my old teammate and his apprentice. Now we have a couple things to do now that the formal greetings are over. Naruto, take me to your teammates so we can get them healed and back to work. You bet. Naruto happily responded, as the group headed to the hospital. Naruto leaned into Yoshiko's ear and asked a simple question. So what do we do at dinner? I've never been invited to anyone's house before. Yoshiko frowned for a second, then her face brightened. After we take care of your friends we will go shopping, and then work on your manners. Naruto smiled, then he blanched. Manners? Aren't mine okay, as they are? Ishiko shook her head. My mother is now the Hokage, and she is from a line of Hokages. I see that she has learned to trust again, thank you. Ishiko pointed to the necklace, as Naruto blushed. Don't worry, I will help you with getting proper clothing, and we'll work on your manners. Trust me, if she gets drunk she might even make you Hokage, and not even know it. Ishiko jokes, as Naruto snickered. Hey you two, what are you talking about? Tsunade asked. Ishiko looked over her shoulder with a smile. Nothing, mother. You're right, and I win all my bets when good things are happening. Tsunade retorted, as both youths laughed. Can't you teach this kid any respect, Jiraiya? What can I say? He doesn't respect anybody. Why do you think he calls me your Senin? Jiraiya retorted, as Naruto and Ishiko chuckled at his statement. See what I mean? It's not that bad, Senin. I could just call you a pervert instead of a perverted sage. Naruto commented, as Ishiko openly laughed. You want me to hurt you, Naruto? Jiraiya threatened. He actually didn't like to show emotions, but what he was seeing surprised him. His daughter had earlier made a bet with him that she could beat both Neji and Hanabi, and for this she would choose her prize. Now Neji and Hanabi lay on the ground panting with cuts to their clothes, and the beginnings of bruises on their faces and arms. Hinata has shown that she could both use the main family's attacks, and had also developed a new one. The elders were commenting quietly behind him about finding a suitable suitor for her. He knew this was no longer possible, as she had set who she wanted as a suitor, and his losing the bet had sealed it. It would have been easier if he had not signed the document that sealed the agreement. Now either you have been training hard or you held back during the exams, which is Hinata? Hiashi inquired. Hinata grabbed a towel, and wiped the sweat from her face. I have been training hard for the past month along with helping in the restoration of the village, father. Hinata answered without a stutter. So what brought about this change, my daughter? Hiashi asked, wanting to know the answer. Hinata blushed, and then giggled. I had inspiration. Care to share your inspiration, Hinata-sama? I could use it after the beating you gave both me and Hanabi-sama. Neji inquired, as he continued to breathe heavily. Hinata smirked, and shook her head. You will find out in a month or so. So is it agreed, father? Hinata asked, as Hiashi bowed his head in defeat, and then he nodded. Congratulations, Hinata-sama, you will now be proclaimed the true heir to the Hyuga family. Kadai Hyuga proclaimed. Hinata shook her head. I am not truly ready to become heir, and thus will not take the true mantle, as of yet. Hinata replied in a formal tone. We are sure to find a suitable suitor for you, Hinata-sama. Kadai started happily. The glare from Hinata froze the man in his tracks. I will choose my own suitor, not one you choose for me. Is that understood? But Hinata-sama, I'm sure that Neji here would be a fine mate for you to produce an even stronger bloodline for the Hyuga. Kadai stated. Hinata and Neji blanched at this. Why would I want to marry a boy who is like a brother to me? Given that our fathers were identical twins, it would be like marrying my own brother. It will not happen, no offense Neji Naisan, but I would not want to marry him, as he is of too close a relation to me. I have my eyes on another. The demon boy? That is out of the question. Kadai stated angrily. You are familiar with the third's law about disclosure about him, are you not? Hinata looked at Kadai with death in her eyes. Yes, but that does not apply. Kadai stated smugly. Neji, Hanabi, leave now, as this is a discussion that you can't be a part of. You may ask the new Hokage about it later, but I need to talk to this whore now. Hinata stated with venom in her voice that shocked everyone in the dojo. Neji and Hanabi, not wanting to feel Hinata's wrath again, beat a hasty retreat. Hinata made sure they were gone before she turned to the older man. Do you know about his situation? Kadai nodded. I know, but I'm wondering how you do. Hinata sat on one of the benches in the dojo. I was there when he was informed of his condition, and I do not care. He is himself, and not something else. Hinata forcefully stated. He is a demon. Kadai retorted. If either Neji or Hanabi figure out what you are calling him, I will personally point this out to the Hokage, and make sure you're given the proper punishment. Hinata threatened. What happened to my meek and unassuming daughter? And I'm not familiar with the incident where he learned about his condition. Hiashi stated. It was the incident where he became a genin. I was there that night, and heard it all. Hinata explained. He is my inspiration. Now I have a meeting to go to with my team, and some more training to do. Good day, gentlemen, father. Hinata stood, and left the dojo, as a couple of the female elders laughed at Kadai's predicament. In a large house near the Hyuga residence, a similar conversation was commencing. Are you sure about Yakumo-chan? There is quite a stigma associated with the boy. An elderly man asked. Yakumo nodded. Yes, I'm quite sure. I want him to help me by being my husband and mate. I think he will turn out fine. I have met him, and he is quite cute, and very nice also. What about the Uchiha boy? He is also single. The elderly man retorted. Yakumo chuckled into her hand. Please, grandfather, that boy has shown no interest in females ever. He has a following that has most of the girls my age are in, and also there is his teammate who fawns over him. I would not want to try to get in the way of his self-destruction. His attitude would also not work for me. I will not be subjected to being a lesser to him. He also would not be interested, as I'm in his words not worthy to bear his children. This statement caused both Ikumo's grandparents to gasp. I would prefer a kind caring husband who is destined to become Hokage. I would wonder if Uchiha boy would protect me or even the village. If that is your final decision, then we will draw up the paperwork. If he is popular, as you say, then we will set it so you are clan head, and all your children will be of this clan. If he also marries another, then they can be for his clan, and the clans will be allied. The grandfather explained, as Ikumo just nodded her agreement. Two girls were sitting at the dango stand with Anko trying to fill out some paperwork. Dang, it is a lot of filling out to just try to get a marriage license in this village, Isarabi stated. Anko chuckled. So you two are after the what makes him so special? Isarabi smirked before she answered. He is just that special. Anko blushed, and then smirked. If he can get you two to be all hot and bothered like you are, and wanting to fill out those. Where do I sign up? Anko asked, as she gulped down. Haku covered her mouth, as she chuckled. Naruto-kun, and you do share a few things in common, Anko said. This comment caused Anko to look at the ice user. You are both misunderstood by most of the village. If there is room in his heart, then you might be welcome to join. You would have to talk to Yoshiko-chan first though. The princess. Why would I have to talk to her first? Anko asked. She has first dibs on Naruto-kun, and the pink banshee has last if any dibs on him. Isarabi retorted, very coldly, when referring to Sakura. Anko stuck another dango in her mouth, as she asked her next question with a chuckle. Don't care for his teammate. Isarabi shook her head with an angry look on her face. We both know about him who will not be named. He did this to me, and gave you a nice hickey. Isarabi pointed out, as Anko's face turned blank, and her hand moved to her neck. Yes, I know about it, and we are both the worst for knowing that man. The girl rates better than him, but not much in my book. She is violent in a bad way. You're just sadistic in your teasing way. She can be downright dangerous to the health of a team. You wouldn't kill your ally for just saying some offhand remark, would you? Anko pondered the question for a couple minutes. I wouldn't kill them unless they deserved it, but no, I wouldn't. I might hurt them some like a cut here or there, but nothing that could be fatal or put them in the hospital. The pink banshee has a habit of hitting Naruto-kun about the head. I'm afraid that all this abuse is what got him hooked on her. She may have caused him brain damage. He might deserve an occasional correction, but she goes beyond that to actually punish the boy for him not knowing any better. Isarabi stated with conviction. So why are you filling out the marriage licenses? Aren't you a little young for it? Anko wanted to get off the subject of Naruto's teammate. The council wants me married, and with children before I am ready, so I have chosen Naruto-kun as my mate, and, as such, want it on file to make sure that they do not interfere with my life. Haku stated. I like you, Ice Princess. Since the council forbade me to marry because of he who shall not be named. Anko and Isarabi chuckled at Orochimaru's new nickname. Can I join, as a consort? That is if he is good in bed, that is. Haku and Isarabi both laughed hard, and Haku finally composed herself. Again, that would be up to Yoshiko-chan for the determination of such things. Anko gave Haku a sidelong look. How many women are we talking about here who are going to be attached to them? Isarabi shrugged, as she mentally counted. Quite a few. First we have the Senju clan, the Hyuga clan, the Kurama clan, and the two of us for starters. There may be room for you, Anko-chan, but only if you are willing to share. Isarabi started with a perverse grin. Share? How do we share with that many girls? Anko asked, dumbfounded. Haku's answer caused Anko to drop her dango stick, and then blushed profusely, as she spit out her tea that she had been sipping. Shadow clone. Isarabi smirked at Anko's response. Inside the temple of the demon country, a young woman handed a servant a scroll. Take these 2 scrolls to the Hokage in Konoha. Send this scroll to the daimyo in vegetable country. Now I have to meditate. Soon we will have you to ourselves, Naruto-kun. I know Yoshiko is first, but I will make sure you are both set, and Akatsuki will be defeated. Now to figure out how to seal the demon's body, and then help purify Naruto-kun and Yoshiko-chan. I'm sorry, my child, we could not save you before, but we will fix that now. We will try to give you another chance at life with your father. And, as for that despicable Uchiha and his pink banshee, we shall make them have a hard life. Until then, Naruto-kun, my love. As you wish, priestess. The servant took the 3 scrolls, and went off to have them delivered. Naruto, Yoshiko, Tsunade, Shizune, and Jiraiya entered the hospital to find Sakura holding Sasuke's hand. Naruto looked at this, and wearily smiled. Hey Sakura-chan, look what I brought. Someone who can fix Sasuke and Kakashi-sensei. Naruto exclaimed, as Sakura looked at Tsunade, and not even at Naruto. Tsunade examined Sasuke, and then touched his head. Sasuke became somewhat coherent only to be glommed on by Sakura, who began to weep. Naruto smiled, as he looked at Sakura, and his shoulders slumped in defeat. Tsunade saw this, and just shook her head gently. Yoshiko grabbed Naruto's hand, and smiled warmly at him. There were other fish in the sea. Yoshiko quietly explained. The group left the room, and entered Kakashi's room. Again, Tsunade took only a second to dispel the. Kakashi, how do you get yourself into these situations? Kakashi looked at Naruto only to slump his shoulders. I'm really not sure. Naruto was happy to have his sensei back, but wanted one more patient looked at. Abuchan, Naruto called, as he curled his finger indicating that he wanted her to follow. Naruto did not lose sight of the fact that Yoshiko did not release her grasp on his hand, as they walked to Lee's room. He's my friend, can you help him? Tsunade walked into the room with Guy and Lee, as Lee sat up in his bed. Good afternoon, Naruto-kun. It is good to see you again. Who are these beautiful ladies that you have brought to grace me with their presence? Lee asked in a loud voice. Naruto and Yoshiko chuckled. He is the excitable type. So can you fix him? Yoshiko-chan here helped him some at the time of his injury during the exams. Naruto inquired. Tsunade did an exam, and then turned a weary look towards Guy and Lee. Your injuries will not necessarily exclude you from being a shinobi, but it will require risky surgery and a lot of rehabilitation. Guy and Lee were so excited that they embraced and called each other's names. Naruto and Yoshiko ran out of the room, as the indestructible of the sunset appeared in the room, much to the dismay of Tsunade, Shizune, and Jiraiya. Naruto lifted his hand and looked down at it. He then looked Yoshiko in the eyes. Why have you not let go? No one has held my hand for this long. Naruto sadly exclaimed. Yoshiko lifted Naruto's head by the chin to look him directly in the eyes. Because I like you, silly. Now let's go get you ready for dinner with my mother and Shizune. What about Sakura-chan? Naruto quietly asked no one in particular, as Yoshiko began to lead them to Sasuke's room and showed him what was going on in the room. Sakura was crying, as Sasuke continued to have a blank look on his face. She doesn't even see you. You brought help, but she didn't even acknowledge it. I want to help you also. I know you screw up, but she does not show you the respect that she should. I know you have saved her, and will save her again. She thought that Sasuke defeated Gar. I know it was you. You can treat her like a friend, but I wouldn't expect her to show you her heart. She only sees him, and that is her world. Yoshiko explained. So what is your world? Naruto asked. Well, I was hoping that you would come into it. You know there are a lot of people that like and admire you, dare I say some even love you. Yoshiko replied with a squeeze to his hand and a kind smile. Are you one of them? Naruto asked, almost not believing what was happening, as Yoshiko nodded. Why are you being so nice to me? Yoshiko sighed, and then placed her hand on his face gently. Because I know you need and want it, also I want you to be part of my life. You are a breath of fresh air, sunshine on a cloudy day, and a mask that can hide the pain. Yoshiko rubbed his face with her hand as she made the last statement. Naruto froze as she continued to rub his face. Tears threatened to escape his eyes as she drew him into a gentle hug. It is okay, Naruto-kun. You are loved and accepted. You do not know how much so, but you will over the next few years. Just be yourself, and there will be nothing to worry about. Naruto only allowed a single tear to fall, but he steeled himself not to cry. He couldn't do that, not anymore. 20 minutes later, Naruto was smiling and running through the garment district with Yoshiko in tow by the hand. The glares bounced off the both of them, as they appeared to not have a care in the world. Naruto halted as they came to an expensive clothing store, and Naruto refused to enter, as his smile turned to a frown. Naruto-kun, we need to get you some clothes that are proper for a dinner with my mother, the Hokage. Yoshiko stated gently. But they threw me out last time I came here. Naruto explained. Then they will also be throwing me out, as I will not let them harm you. Yoshiko retorted, as she gently led him into the store. Excuse me, but he can't be here. The clerk stated, as they entered the store. Then I am not allowed in here. Yoshiko asked in a sweet voice. Of course you are allowed here at Yoshiko-heim. The girl replied in an apologetic voice. Yoshiko smirked at Naruto, as Naruto knew this was going to get interesting. Where he goes I go. Also I have orders from the Hokage herself to get some new clothes for him and clean him up so he is presentable at dinner tonight with her. Do I have to go back to my mother and explain that I couldn't go shopping with Naruto-kun here with the excuse that the store would not service a person that brought back the new Hokage? Yoshiko asked pointedly. The girl blushed with embarrassment and bowed. I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was with you. By all means look around and let me know if I can help you find anything. The girl hurriedly exclaimed as she ran back behind the register. Yoshiko and Naruto spent the next hour trying on clothes. For Naruto this was a new experience. The clerk answered his every question if she only needed a stern look from Yoshiko to answer him. Naruto actually had fun getting some new clothes. In the end he left the store with 5 new formal kimonos, only one that was majority orange, all had at least some orange on them, and a few other clothes for everyday use. The next store was more accepting of Yoshiko bringing in Naruto, but also it was a shinobi equipment shop. Yoshiko pointed out that Naruto might want another outfit for hiding when he was on a mission. Naruto thought about it, but in the end only got one new suit, blue with orange trim. Yoshiko told him that she would not let him abandon his favorite color, but thought he should tone it down. Yoshiko helped Naruto carry his new stuff home. Inside the apartment she helped him put it away, and asked if he wanted to go for a late lunch. His stomach answered the question for him by growling loudly, as both laughed at it. They went to the Ichiraku ramen shop, and were greeted by Tuchi and Aim. "So Naruto, who's the pretty girl you are taking out on a date?" Tuchi teased, as Ishiko blushed. Naruto beamed, as he didn't even think about it being a date. "She is Ishiko Senju, daughter of Tsunade of the Sannin, the new Hokage, and she is my friend," Naruto admitted with a blush. "We would like 2 orders of pork ramen please. I know he eats a lot, so keep them coming until I say stop," Ishiko explained to Aim, who smiled and nodded. "Now Naruto-kun, we are going to use this more like a snack, and work on your manners, so that mother doesn't get angry," Ishiko explained. Naruto gave her a confused look. "Why would she be mad if I ate like I normally do?" Ishiko sighed, and put a hand on his shoulder. "Naruto-kun, I know you were not taught this, but you will need to use some manners when you are going out to a nice restaurant or say my mother or the head of another clan." Naruto nodded, as he waited for Ishiko to show by example how to eat properly. Naruto followed her example, but found it frustrating, as it took so long to actually get the food from his bowl to his stomach. "How does anybody do this? I mean, it takes forever to eat," Naruto stated. "Did people spill your food when you were younger?" Ishiko asked, as Naruto nodded. "No wonder he eats it so fast. He does it just to make sure he doesn't starve." "Naruto-kun, no one is going to steal your food when we eat with your mother. You will even have the time to enjoy the taste, and also talk if you like," Ishiko tried to explain, as Naruto looked at her with noodles hanging from his mouth. Ishiko had to giggle at the sight. "What are you laugh at?" Naruto asked, as he talked with his mouth full of noodles. "Naruto-kun, it isn't polite to talk with food in your mouth, and I was laughing at you with the noodles hanging out of your mouth. It was cute," Ishiko explained, as Naruto scratched the back of his head, and smiled, as he let out an embarrassed chuckle. "It was cute once, but I am sure my mother would not approve." Naruto hung his head. "Sorry." Ishiko lifted his head by the chin, and looked him in the eyes. "You have nothing to be sorry for. I know you didn't know, so I wanted to let you know what you needed to correct. It was nothing big. Now let's continue your lessons." Ishiko smiled at Naruto, as he blushed, and smiled at the attention that she was giving him and him alone. Tsunade shook her head, and could not believe it. First Ishiko had given her a marriage document with the intent to marry one Naruto Uzumaki. She then received one from the Hyuga, stating that Hinata Hyuga also wanted to marry Naruto, and then one came from the Kurama clan, stating that Naruto was the intended of their heir too. Finally 3 more on her desk just made her think the world had gone crazy. First Haku, the holder of a rare Kake Genkai, wanted to become Haku Uzumaki, along with a girl named Isaribi. The funniest one was one from Special Anko Mitarashi. She wanted to be a special consort to Naruto Uzumaki, as she had been forbidden by the council to ever marry. What did this boy do to attract all this attention? She knew about the other, and was waiting for the message that was going to come from Demon Country, but she was shocked to see one from Anko of all people. Shizune entered the office with a couple scrolls, and a smile on her face. "I believe these are the scrolls we were waiting for from Demon Country." Tsunade pressed her fingers to the bridge of her nose. "Shizune, are you going to want to marry the boy too?" Shizune looked confused. "Why do you ask?" Tsunade chuckled. "Well, you are single, and he appears to be the most wanted bachelor in the village, other than the Uchiha boy for his age. Maybe later, Tsunade-sama. I am 15 years older than him, so it wouldn't work right now, as he is only 12. Shizune responded with a blush. "Anko has already thrown her name into the ring for him, why not you?" Tsunade teased. "If you feel that way, then I will see how he grows up, and then I will make my decision." Shizune responded with a smile. Tsunade chuckled, as she reviewed several of the files that Sarutobi had set aside, and the proclamations that the council had made before she had become the Hokage. Her anger spiked, as she read several of them specifically targeting Naruto. One on a civilian majority, along with the elders, made it so that Naruto could not marry. He could produce children, that was fine, but he could not marry, and was excluded from being the consort to any clan daughter. Another stated that Naruto was to pay fines in excess of 40,000 for damages, and theft from businesses in Konoha. This one had the clans abstaining from the vote. Yet another had Naruto to be billed from a private account to a business for clothing and shinobi supplies on a monthly basis, along with a grocery store that showed he had a huge bill for food purchase from them. Tsunade was not quite so trusting of the bills against Naruto, and wanted to know about the private account that was being billed, as Naruto's account was also being billed by the same people. "I need you to look something up for me. There are a few discrepancies with Naruto Uzumaki's account, and a private account that is also being billed for items. I want to make sure that he is not being gouged." Shizune nodded, as she looked over the records. "Is there any special reason you want me to check into this?" Tsunade nodded. "If that person is going to marry half the eligible clan heiresses in Konoha, including my daughter, I want to make sure they don't take them to the cleaners. I also want some justice for Naruto-kun. It appears that the council is against him." What Yoshi-chan was worried about came to pass, but Sarutobi fixed it with a simple law that was signed by the Fire Daimyo. Naruto by the law is allowed to marry as many women that will have him. Shizune looked at her in awe. Yeah, I know, I could marry the little runt, and it would be okay according to the law. Tsunade and Shizune laughed heartily. I think I am going to like them. You think it would irk Yashi-chan if I also sign a marriage document for the boy? Shizune looked shocked. Why would you do that? Aren't you a little old for him? I know I am on the borderline, as I am old enough to be his mother, but you are old enough. Tsunade raised a single finger. Your next words may be your last, Shizune-chan. I know how old I am, but look at Anko's request. Tsunade handed the request to Shizune, who put her hand to her mouth, blushed, and gasped. Yeah, I might overload him, but wouldn't it make for a fun evening? You're as bad as Yurei-sama. Shizune started with a perverse smirk on her face. Yes, shadow clones could have other uses. Okay, I need you to get to those things, and have some information for me by dinner time, as we have a guest tonight. Tsunade said with a blush to her face. Shizune left the office, as the elders entered the office. Tsunade looked up, and her face went from happy to annoyed. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? We wish to talk to you about your daughter, and her dealing with that boy. Homura answered pointedly. What is the business of the elders who my daughter spends her time with? Tsunade asked, wanting to figure out what angle the old bats were coming from. He is a bad influence on others. Also, it would be better if she spent time getting to know the clan heir that is alone. Danzo responded. Tsunade tried to hide her disgust, but was barely able to. That boy is trouble, and who my daughter hangs out with is her business, unless it puts her in danger, and Naruto does not constitute a danger to her. The boy has been taking precious time away from Sasuke Uchiha and interacting with your daughter, and the holder of the new bloodline. Koharu responded. Tsunade laughed at the statement, as the elders were taken aback by her actions. You think that Sasuke Uchiha is going to work well with my daughter Haku-chan? My daughter has stated that if Sasuke were to try to touch her, she would rip his testicles off and shove them down his throat, while Haku-chan pinned him to a tree for the birds to eat. So I think I am doing the boy a favor by not letting her close to him. If the Uchiha are to be revived, the boy should show some interest in the girl that was hanging on him when I healed him. Tsunade countered. Other business we came to discuss is about the restoration of the village after the attack. Homura commented. Naruto entered his apartment with Ishiko in tow. Naruto was both confused and on cloud 9. No one had ever spent this much time or had this much patience with Naruto, not even Sarutobi or Ruka. I think you need to get dressed for dinner tonight, so do you need some help? I have seen you in your boxers before, so it wouldn't be a shock for me if you wanted my help. Yoshiko offered. Naruto blushed and nodded as he led her to his bedroom. Please. Aren't you forward? Asking me into your bed on only our first date. Yoshiko teased. Naruto looked confused by the comment. What do you want to sleep here tonight? Naruto asked. Ishiko laughed at the comment, then remembered what Shion had told him about his knowledge of sex, which was basically no. Naruto-kun, were you allowed into the sex education classes during the academy? Yoshiko asked, knowing the answer, as Naruto shook his head sadly. That is okay, we'll make sure you get that training later. Yoshiko started with a wink which turned Naruto red. Now let's get that kimono on you. Take off the clothes, mister. Yoshiko ordered, as Naruto stripped to his boxers. Shizune answered the knock on the door to find Naruto in a very handsome kimono with Yoshiko hanging on his arm. Hi Shizune-san, I was hoping it would be a little bit until dinner. I wanted to freshen up a little. Yoshiko stated, as she led Naruto to the living room, and sat him on the couch. She left for her room, and took a shower. Hello again Naruto-kun. Shizune kindly greeted Naruto. Hey Shizune-nichan. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to be so loud. Naruto apologized, as Shizune giggled at Naruto's awkwardness. It is okay Naruto, we know you have not had a chance to attend a dinner at another's house. Please feel welcome to relax while dinner is being finished. Shizune told Naruto, who sat stiff as a board. Naruto felt fingers running through his hair only to turn and find Haku's lips. Hi Yashi. Haku smiled after the kiss, as Naruto's eyes remained wide open. Isaribi-chan, you should try Isaribi-chan. They taste like ramen. Haku teased. Really? Came from a voice behind Naruto. He turned only to catch Isaribi's lips, who kissed him deeply. She nodded, as she broke the kiss. You're right, I like it, I will take one of these to go to my room. Isaribi teased, as Naruto blushed a shade red the girls didn't even know existed. Are you girls seizing our guests? Tsunade entered the room questioning them, as both nodded. Well, it looks like you are keeping him happy until my daughter returns. Keep up the good work. Tsunade stated, as she then kissed Naruto on the lips, who promptly passed out. You're right, he does taste like ramen. Tsunade laughed, as she left the room. This is going to be an interesting evening. I just hope the girls have enough self-restraint not to assault him tonight. He is not ready for a relationship just yet, give him some time, and I think he will warm up to them, maybe even me. Tsunade thought to herself, and chuckled, as she made her way back into the kitchen. Haku and Isaribi placed Naruto unconscious form back on the couch, and then sat beside him. You think we overdid it? Isaribi asked. Haku shook her head. No, we didn't, the Hokage on the other hand did. I am hoping we don't have to add her to the mix. If we do, then oh boy, are we in trouble. Shizune maybe, but Tsunade-sama, I am not too sure about. Haku replied. After a few minutes, Naruto began to wake. Hey Sakura-chan, please don't hit me. I didn't know they were going to kiss me. Please don't kill me. Naruto pleaded as he woke. Haku placed a finger on his chin and kissed his cheek gently. Naruto-kun, I will not allow her to kill you. You saved me, so you shall be rewarded. Haku whispered into his ear. What do you mean rewarded? Naruto asked as he turned his head to meet Haku's face. In his mind, the fox was laughing and howling so much that Naruto couldn't think straight. You will see in time. For now, we will help you with your training. After that, we shall see what comes up. Haku teased as Naruto became confused. So Naruto-kun, are you ready for dinner? Yoshiko's voice came from behind him on the couch from the stairway. Naruto turned only to mouth wow as he saw Yoshiko in a white kimono with trees on it, her hair held back in a single ponytail, and he could swear that he was looking at an angel. Aha. Yoshiko turned and looked down at the back of her kimono. Do you like what you see? Yoshiko asked as Naruto just nodded dumbly. Good, then we can go to the table, unless you want something from me. Naruto began to nod yes, but then his mind cleared and he shook his head. Hey mom. Is it time for dinner yet? Yoshiko yelled into the kitchen. Yes, take our guest to the table and ask him why he tastes like ramen. Tsunade asked from the depths of the kitchen. Yoshiko wore a confused look. Tastes like ramen. Haku nodded and proceeded to explain, much to Naruto's embarrassment. Yes, we all tasted Naruto's lips, and they tasted like ramen. Yoshiko grabbed Naruto's face and kissed him gently on the lips. She smiled and winked at Naruto. Yes, they do taste like ramen. I wonder why. Let me try them again. Yoshiko then proceeded to kiss him passionately and then lick his lip as she kissed him. Haku and Isaribi watched as Naruto's eyes went wide as he opened his mouth, and Yoshiko proceeded to clean his tonsils. You've gotten better since I kissed your clone. Now do you remember that kiss? Yoshiko asked as she looked into his eyes. Naruto thought back and finally placed what she was talking about. But how do I remember you kissing my clone? Yoshiko giggled in confusion. Silly, a shadow clone has more uses than just filling an area with copies of yourself. When it is dismissed, you gain all the knowledge of that clone. But like all forbidden, it is a double-edged sword. Yoshiko explained as Naruto showed his confusion. If I take a clone into the other room and tell him a secret, you will know it after the clone disperses. Now, a double-edged sword means that while there is benefit, there are also drawbacks to this jutsu. First, it requires a lot of chakra to initiate the jutsu. Second, it will spread your remaining chakra evenly among all the clones you create. Third, all fatigue and mental exhaustion the clones have is transferred back to you. Thus, it could then cause you to pass out from both mental and physical fatigue when the clones are dispersed. Naruto nodded, but still looked confused. I think I get it. Let's say, for example, Sakura learned the technique. She barely had enough chakra to make one shadow clone, let alone enough to spread across herself and the clone, so she dies by using this. Sasuke, on the other hand, could make one clone, but would not be able to do much, as his reserves would be nearly tapped, and his other would kill him if he or the clone used them. So the shadow clone is usable by and those like us who have high chakra reserves. You can make quite a few more clones than I can, or anyone else for that matter. You could make shadow clones your signature, but I would also learn others to balance your abilities. Yoshiko explained. You mean I'm special? Naruto exclaimed excitedly. Yoshiko kissed Naruto gently on the lips. Yes, Naruto-kun, you are special, to me, and to several other people, as you will come to find out over time. Now let's go eat. Yoshiko led Naruto into the dining room only to have to help him figure out that he still needed lessons in etiquette. Naruto spent the rest of the evening trying not to embarrass himself, as Yoshiko showed him the proper way to have a formal dinner. Tsunade was impressed that Naruto hung on Yoshiko's every word, and did his best not to embarrass her or make her look bad. At the end of the night, Yoshiko walked Naruto home. Yoshiko looked at Naruto with a kind smile, and a longing look in her eyes. Naruto did not understand her look, so just filed it under have no clue, so do nothing. Naruto-kun? Yoshiko asked. Yes, Yoshiko-chan. Naruto responded. Did you enjoy dinner? Yoshiko asked, as Naruto nodded. I hope you weren't too embarrassed by the actions of me or the others tonight. Naruto scratched his head and thought back over the evening. Well, there's a lot I still don't understand. Like why Haku-chan, the girl, Isaribi, and your mother all kissed me. I know you like me, but why were they kissing me? Yoshiko placed a finger on Naruto's lips. Haku-chan and Isaribi-chan both like you, for who and what you are. Naruto's eyes lit up with fear. They have guessed that you contain a demon, but don't care, they don't know which one, and just keep on guessing, but I will not tell them. So your secret is still safe. I did not tell them, they are just guessing. Tomorrow after your team meeting, and after your missions, if you have any, come to my house, and we will work on some training. You may not bring any of your teammates, as Sasuke is not wanted, and I will not have Sakura hurting you in front of me. I fear that I would hurt her back if she did so in front of me. As for your sensei, that is up to you to decide. but under no circumstance will you bring Sasuke unless you want him to be castrated. Naruto looked confused by the word. Haku has promised to put ice into his testicles if she sees him on the property. Yoshiko exclaimed, as Naruto chuckled. I know why you don't like Sasuke team, but why do you not like Sakura-chan? Naruto asked. Can we go inside and talk? Yoshiko asked, as Naruto nodded and opened the door. Both left their sandals near the door and made their way to the kitchen. Would you like some tea? Yoshiko sat down at the table and smiled. What do you have? Some really expensive tea. Naruto pulled out a box of tea and Yoshiko laughed. What? That is the cheapest tea in the village. Yoshiko admitted. Naruto looked downtrodden. It cost me 10 ryo. We shall talk to the place where you got that tomorrow and get your 9 ryo, 3 bu, and 2 shu back. Yoshiko replied, but nodded. That tea would be fine, and thank you Naruto-kun. You are going to help me get money back from the grocer? Naruto asked, as he put a kettle on the stove. He got a couple of cups out of the cupboard and set them on the counter near the stove. Yoshiko folded her hands in front of her on the table and looked at Naruto. So are you going to tell me why you like Sakura so much, and I will tell you why I don't like her? Naruto nodded, as he filled both cups and put one down in front of Yoshiko. He sat down and sighed. You will not repeat this to anyone. Naruto stated and waited until she nodded. When I was younger I saw this girl with pink hair who was being picked on, but when she smiled she looked really pretty in my eyes. One day a bully was attacking her, I ran up and stood up for the girl. The boy looked at me and ran yelling demon. We both know why of course. Naruto stated, as Yoshiko nodded, and Naruto continued. She smiled, and I felt so good after all the ignoring the people had done of me was gone for the rest of the day. I wanted to see that smile again. Naruto looked almost depressed. So I would do or say anything to make her smile. It felt so good that I would do anything to have her smile again. Yoshiko put her hand on his hand. Naruto-kun, that isn't love. That is yearning for acceptance so hard that you will do anything for it. If I can give you that which you desire, will you not let her abuse you again? Yoshiko asked. Naruto was confused. I love her smile, so I love her. Naruto defended his opinion. Yoshiko smiled at Naruto, and Naruto's heart skipped a beat. Naruto-kun, there are more fish in the sea, and we all can smile. But few can love. What has she done for you since you got on her team? Yoshiko asked, as she sipped her tea, but continued to hold Naruto's hand. Naruto's eyes began to water. Why do you ask? Naruto asked, as his body began to shake. Yoshiko squeezed his hand and smiled warmly. Naruto-kun, when was the last time she kissed you? Offer a kind word. Thank you for what you have done for her. Naruto's eyes began to tear, and his body began to shake, as he looked at Yoshiko. Why are you doing this? I love Sakura. Yoshiko shifted out of her seat and moved around the table. Naruto-kun, I didn't say that you couldn't love her. I only asked you what she has done to thank you. Has she smiled again for you? She asked, as she wrapped him in a hug. It's alright Naruto-kun, I'm here for you. I wish I was here sooner, but I am here for you. Naruto put his head into her chest and began to weep. Why doesn't she show me a smile again? Naruto pleaded. You know why, and for what it is worth Naruto-kun, I am sorry. Yoshiko said, as she squeezed tighter. I do care for you Naruto-kun, very much so. She whispered into his ear. How can you like a monster like me? The people I help don't even like me. Naruto retorted, as he continued to cry. You helped Haku-chan, and she likes you, she has even kissed you. For that matter Hinata-chan, I Suribi-chan, and I kissed you. I even believe my mother kissed you. The kiss I gave you I meant it. I like you very much, more so than you may know. I know how it is to be a Jinchuriki. The looks the hate, I even got it from my mother on occasion. When she was drunk she would look at me like I was a monster. That is one of the reasons I left, and came here. They think I'm the prim proper daughter of the great Tsunade of the Sannin. I know she loves me, but there are times where she does not see me as human. This is a burden that we share that we didn't really ask for. I got my burden a couple years before you. I know there are others like us, and we live with our burdens, as best as we can. I believe that the best taken care of are in Kumo, but the worst are here, you, and that boy from Tsunade. Yoshiko explained, as Naruto felt a teardrop hit his face. I know the masks we wear, and how much it hurts when those we love show us their darker side. I love my mother, but there are times she is to be feared. Naruto wrapped his arms around Yoshiko's waist, and squeezed tightly. Don't leave me alone. Naruto pleaded, as he looked up into Yoshiko's eyes. She answered without a word, she just nodded. They stayed there for a long time before Naruto loosened his grasp. You aren't going to leave me, are you? Yoshiko wiped the tears from her eyes, and shook her head. I would leave you Naruto-kun, if it takes staying here for you to believe me then so be it. She bit her thumb, and made a few hand signs, and proclaimed. Summoning. A small slug appeared. Go tell mother that I won't be home tonight, Naruto-kun needs me. Tell mother that everything will be alright. Yes mistress, I will inform Lady Tsunade now, Lady Yoshiko. The slug disappeared. Yoshiko smiled weakly. Guess I'm spending the night. I hope you don't mind sleeping together, I promise I won't try anything. Yoshiko stated, as Naruto shook his head and headed towards the bedroom disrobing as he went. Yoshiko picked up the kimono and other articles of clothing in his wake. She neatly folded his clothes and put them on the dresser. "May I use one of your shirts to sleep in, Naruto-kun?" Yoshiko asked, as she slipped out of her kimono, as Naruto nodded. "You may watch, as I have also seen you in a state of undress," Yoshiko stated, as she stood in her panties and bra. She pulled out a white shirt with an orange Konoha symbol on it. She set it aside and removed her bra in full view of Naruto. Naruto blushed, as his eyes opened wide. "I'm honored that you find me attractive, Naruto-kun," Yoshiko stated, as she put the shirt on. "I may not be your sexy, but I hope I make you happy." Naruto looked confused. "You are here, and said you would stay. Why wouldn't I be happy?" Yoshiko bowed. "I'm sorry, Naruto-kun. I thought you would have never mind. Let's go to sleep. I will hug you for as long as you like if that is what you want, or I will just lie beside you." Naruto smiled wearily. "A hug would be nice. If it isn't too much trouble." Yoshiko smiled and shook her head. "For you I would do anything." Naruto stopped and looked at her. "What did you say?" "For you I would do anything. And I mean it, you are special to me." She neatly folded his clothes and put them on the dresser. "Is it because we are both jin whatever with foxes?" Naruto asked suspiciously. "Yes, and no. I can only say a little more than that. We are linked, and that I will not deny, but I will not force you to take this link, you will have to discover it for yourself," Yoshiko stated, as she gently pushed Naruto onto the bed. She followed and lay down behind him. She then gently wrapped her arms around him. "I can only show you the paths, but you must choose which you will take. Good night, Naruto-kun." "Good night, Yoshiko-chan," Naruto replied groggily. Yoshiko smiled, but also a tear fell from her eye. "What did you truly go through, Naruto-kun? You were not this frail before they killed you. What steeled your resolve?" His promise to the pink banshee, when he realized she was lost to him. Kyuubi replied in her mind. "Humans are frail creatures, bereft with emotions that cloud their judgment. He is conflicted between what he perceives as love and what you know is love. He is infatuated with his image of the Haruno girl, but does not truly love her. You have shown him what he didn't want to see. It has been done, and there is no turning back now. Either he breaks or we all die. It will be decided by the time the bastard Uchiha leaves. If he makes the same promise, we die." Naruto shifted, and Yoshiko noticed the tears. "She doesn't love me. She only loves Team." Yoshiko squeezed Naruto gently. "But how can I love Yoshiko-chan, Hinata-chan, and Haku-chan? Wouldn't that be betraying Sakura and all I've done for her?" Naruto queried in his sleep. Yoshiko contemplated Naruto's sleepy question. "No, Naruto-kun, it wouldn't be a betrayal. She gave you something you wanted, but didn't realize what it was that she gave you, so she is ignorant and doesn't care. With how we are now, I am sure Hinata-chan will want to take over and show you her feelings tomorrow. I'm sure that Sakura would have killed you on the spot for seeing her bare chest. You are so innocent it isn't funny. I want to show you what love is, but you need to understand the basics first." So my host shows her perverted spots. Aki spoke into Yoshiko's mind. "It is only perverted if you think about those who you only want to use, Aki. I love him. I know my older self had a lot of influence on this, but I also know that I love him with all my being. Without him neither of us would exist, we would be dead." Yoshiko thought to her guest in her mind. "That may be true, but if you consummate this now he will fall short of our goal. I know you are fighting urges that you are not used to, and your older knowledge can only begin to understand, but you need to wait for the right time. He is not ready." Kyuubi told me that his mind is in turmoil, and pushing another into his bed might not be good, though Hinata-chan might do the trick, as they have a link that is different from ours. If she stays the night, you should be here for the night, share some tea or the like, but only if he asks you to stay. Aki commented. "No, Hinata-chan, what are you doing? Why are you dancing naked in front of a waterfall?" Naruto blurted out in his sleep. Yoshiko heard the chuckle of Kyuubi and Aki in her mind. "Why are you tormenting him?" Yoshiko asked, only to be barraged with the sights of the mission to retrieve the bug, specifically the night Hinata was practicing her new maneuver. She is actually well developed for a 12-year-old. Now I know why she is so shy, she is even bigger than I am. Again the foxes chuckled in her head. "I will not leave you, Naruto-kun, I love you." Yoshiko settled down and wrapped her arm tighter around Naruto and was soon fast asleep. Naruto woke warmer and more refreshed than he had ever before. He attempted to get up only to find an arm wrapped around his waist. Fearing a dead body, he jumped out of bed only to drag Yoshiko to the edge of the bed. Yoshiko looked up at Naruto. "Are all our mornings going to be like this, Naruto-kun?" Yoshiko teased. Naruto looked around confused to see a slug the size of a dog at the foot of the bed. "What happened last night?" Yoshiko smiled and winked at the slug. "I confess to you, and now I am with your child." Naruto paled and then passed out. "I thought only Hinata-chan did that," Yoshiko stated as she giggled. "Lady Yoshiko, you did not copulate with the boy, did you?" the slug asked. "No, but it sure was fun to tease him though. I'm sure he doesn't even know what sex is yet. Tell mother I'm fine and will be back home for the regular training sessions. I will bring Naruto-kun with me." Yoshiko stated, as the slug disappeared after rolling it back onto the bed. Yoshiko smirked as she slid off the bed and sat next to the unconscious Naruto. She gently kissed Naruto on the lips, his eyes fluttered open, and he then wore a confused look. I meant it when I told you that I mean every kiss, although I was teasing you about being pregnant though. Nothing happened last night other than us talking, then you seeing me nearly naked, oh, and us sleeping in the same bed. The bag is clothes for me so that I can change, and go with you to your team training. Your sensei is regularly late, isn't he? Yoshiko asked, already knowing the answer. Naruto nodded his head in her lap. Yeah, he is usually an hour or more late to the meetings. You can use the shower first, but I must warn you that the hot water is rusted shut. Naruto explained. Let's get ready, have some breakfast, and then go to your team meeting. If he is late then we work on one area you are not strong in, we can work on chakra control, taijutsu, or weapons. Yoshiko explained, as she took off Naruto's shirt in front of him and threw it on the bed. Oh, and thanks for the shirt. Naruto wore a puzzled look. Do you take your clothes off for just anybody? Naruto then cringed, as he thought he was about to get hit. Yoshiko chuckled, as Naruto opened his eyes to see her small breasts bounce with her laughter. Naruto-kun, only 2 males have ever seen me in this state of undress, my father, when I was younger, and now you. I meant what I said before. I really like you, and I trust you. Also I believe you do not know enough about the female body to be the threat that Sakura believes you are. You are not a pervert even if you spend time with him. I'm sure you would only be a pervert with those that you were going to be intimate with. I show you my body only, as a way to prove that I trust you. I am willing to show, and do more with you, but we are too young to do more. Naruto was now confused. Yoshiko was sitting on his bed only in her panties with him looking at her, and she said there was more that they could do. What do you mean by there is more that we could do? Yoshiko pulled on the sheets to bring the bag closer. She pulled the bag to herself, and opened it. Yes, there is more we can do, we could make babies. Yoshiko teased, as Naruto's eyes shot wide. She patted him gently on the chest. Relax, like I said we are too young for that just yet. Naruto continued to be confused. I still don't understand. Yoshiko rummaged through the bag, finally pulling out a book on basic human reproduction. I know silly, that is why I got this book for you. You missed out on this class when you were at the academy, right? Yoshiko asked, as Naruto nodded. Now I know about your sexy jutsu. Naruto gulped loudly. I think it is cute that you use it to fight perverts. It is my understanding that it barely affects Jiraiya, am I correct? Naruto nodded. Yeah, and he really seems to like it, even the harem barely phases him. I mean I can knock that jerk Abisu out, but Iro-Senin just leers at all of them, and afterwards I just feel dirty. Naruto explained. Good, that is what I wanted to hear. The body is a temple, and looking at it only with want and desire is wrong, but no, longing for connection isn't wrong. I am sure if I were to completely disrobe you wouldn't be anything more than embarrassed, as would be the same if you were to take off your boxers. Yoshiko stated, as she pulled her bag off of his chest. Why would you take off all your clothes in front of me? Naruto asked. Naruto, you are too young to have children, but you must learn how they are made, and where they come from. Yoshiko berated Naruto. Why, I'll never have children, the instructors at the academy said so. Naruto started with a sad, dejected look on his face. Yoshiko kissed him gently on the lips. What was that for? Yoshiko smiled wryly. That is to remind you that I'm still here. I am a girl, and you are a boy, it takes one of each to make a baby. Just by removing our underwear, and doing a single action we could have a child in 9 or so months. Yoshiko explained. Naruto paled. No, you're not taking my boxer off of me. Yoshiko laughed gently at Naruto who had not moved. Naruto-kun, that one action is to have sex, complete that, and the chance for having a child goes from 0 to at least 10% or higher, depending on other factors. I also would not take your boxer off unless you asked me to. Yoshiko said seductively. Naruto looked up into her eyes fearfully. Relax, Naruto-kun, I will not force anything upon you. We also need to get you to your team meeting. I know your sensei Kakashi is always late, but I want to spend some time training you before he gets there. Naruto was surprised that someone wanted to train with him. He sat up, and dropped his boxers, and ran into the bathroom, leaving Yoshiko with a blush on her face, and wondering just how much of a pervert she actually was. Naruto finished his shower, and came out into the room in the buff again. This caused Yoshiko to blush, and fight the urge to throw him to the bed, and ravage him for an hour or so. She fought the urge, and dropped her panties right, as Naruto's face was at a crotch level, giving him a full view of that area. Naruto blushed at the sight, but also wore a confused look. Naruto pointed to her labia, and looked fearfully at Yoshiko. Why does it look like that? Yoshiko looked down, as he had not fully pulled up his boxers. Well, I know why you look like that. That is what I will explain later, you can look if you like. This is how a female looks in the area where you have your clouds covered. Naruto's hand approached only to flinch away when Yoshiko tapped him on the hand gently. You can only touch if you are my boyfriend, my lover or my mate. Naruto looked up at her with a confused look. Mate. Mate is the designation of whom you will have children with. I would be either your wife, lover or consort, any of those titles would do. As you are not ready for that type of relationship just yet, you can look, but not touch. Yoshiko explained. But why are you showing me? Naruto asked, befuddled, as this girl had willingly shown him her naked body, and to top it off she was not hitting him for looking at her. I want you to become that which I described. I want you to become my mate, my consort, my husband. Yoshiko admitted with a sigh. But what about me liking Sakura-chan? Naruto asked. She has made no claim on you other than, as her whooping boy, which I can't stand. You are better than that. Get dressed, and think about what you want in a prospective mate. I will take a shower, and be back out in a few minutes. We can work further on your sexy jutsu tonight before bed. Like I said last night, I am not going to leave or abandon you. I know you like Sakura, but please, for my sake and yours, take a look at how she treats you over the next month, and how Hinata-chan, Haku-chan, Isurabi-chan, Yukumo-chan, and I treat you. Figure out which you prefer, and we will talk about it later. Now get your stuff ready for your team meeting. Yoshiko explained, as she sauntered into the bathroom with only a towel over her shoulder. Naruto watched, as his hips swung from side to side. Ah! Naruto screamed, as his frustration level hit a boiling point. Naruto finished getting dressed, and then thought about what Yoshiko had told him. Yoshiko was not asking him to change only to look at how Sakura treated him. Yoshiko exited the bathroom with a smirk on her face, and the towel wrapped around her head. Again she was naked, and sauntering towards Naruto. I fix your hot water in the shower. Looks like the landlord tried to weld it solid so that you couldn't use it. Being the daughter of a Sannin can be beneficial. Now sit there, and watch, here are some more pointers for your sexy. Yoshiko explained, as she grabbed a pair of panties, and turned her back towards Naruto, and bent over at the waist. She slowly pulled up the panties, and then smiled, as she saw Naruto blush. Get an eyeful. I will explain what you saw later, but for now let's go to your team meeting. Yoshiko stated, as she quickly dressed. Naughty little vixen. Kyuubi stated to Yoshiko, as she smirked. Hey, I will get my mate if I have to strap him down, and teach him about the birds, and the bees. Yoshiko rebutted. Kyuubi and Aki both chuckled, as Naruto's face went blank. Why are you laughing, furball? Naruto asked mentally. You will find out, and why don't you chase this vixen? She seems willing, and even desires you. Kyuubi told Naruto. No, bad Naruto thinking dirty thought. Naruto proclaimed mentally to the Kyuubi's delight. Talking with Kyuubi? Yoshiko asked, as she cupped Naruto's face, as Naruto nodded. That damn fox is a pervert. He's saying that you were willing, and that you desire me. Naruto said with a little bit of disgust. Yoshiko blushed at Naruto attempting to defend her honor. You're sweet, Naruto-kun, but the fox is right. I do desire you, as a mate. Don't sell yourself short, Naruto-kun. You are loved by several people in this village, as well as by several people outside of it. I do want you the way the fox intones, but also I don't want to force you into anything you are not ready for. Yoshiko stated, as she lightly kissed Naruto on the lips. Why would you or anyone want a loser like me? Naruto asked in a dejected voice. Yoshiko pulled Naruto up, and out the door. Naruto-kun, just because one girl keeps rejecting you doesn't mean you are not desirable. If you weren't desirable, I wouldn't have spent the night. I feel your pain, but also I'm attracted to you, as are others. Our attraction isn't shallow like those that follow your teammate Sasuke. They want him for what he represents, not for what or who he is. They do not want to take the time to get to know him, as they think they already know who he is. I have spent time with you, and think you are quite special, special enough to love. The more I get to know you, the more sure that I'm in love with you. I know it will take time for you to understand the emotions of love. From what you described last night, you have want and desire for what Sakura could give to you, but not love. Yoshiko explained. Naruto sighed, as they continued on the path to the bridge. You may be right, Yoshiko-chan, but I don't know. If what you say is true, then I desire attention from her only to fulfill my need for attention. Yoshiko ran her fingers through Naruto's hair in a messing fashion. You are smarter than most people give you credit for, Naruto-kun. How can you say he's smart? He's a baka tried and true, not like Sasuke-kun. Sakura stated, as her demeanor changed from angry at Naruto to fawning over Sasuke, who just attempted to ignore her. Okay, Naruto-kun, we're here now, come with me onto the grass, we are going to some training. Yoshiko proclaimed, as Naruto began to jump up and down. Yoshiko chuckled at Naruto's antics because she knew that Naruto would not like the exercise they were going to do. Okay, Naruto-kun, sit down like I do, and touch your knees to mine, and place your hands upon mine. Yoshiko instructed, as she sat down Indian style with her palms up. Naruto nodded, and did, as he was told. Naruto placed his hands upon Yoshiko's, and looked her quizzically in the eyes. So what do we do now? Yoshiko leaned forward, and bowed her head slightly. Touch your forehead to mine, and let a little of your tenant's chakra touch my hands, only a little. We're going to work on getting your chakra under control. Yoshiko whispered, as Naruto's eyes widened, and he nodded in agreement. Sasuke looked suspiciously at the two blondes. What are they doing? Like I care. So Sasuke-kun, would you like to go out to lunch after the team meeting? Sakura asked loud enough for Naruto to hear. Naruto just raised his head enough to shake it, and place it back upon Yoshiko's. Naruto's mindscape. Naruto found himself in the sewers he had come to hate. Damn, I'm near the fox again. No, we are near the fox, Yoshiko said, as she placed a hand upon his shoulder. Wait, how? How are you here? Naruto asked, dumbfounded. You are the vessel of my sire, so if we have a close enough connection we can enter your seal, and talk to you, Naruto-kun. A small fox on a leash held by Yoshiko replied to Naruto's question. So this is your demon? Naruto asked, as he pointed to Aki, and Yoshiko nodded. Not much of a fox demon, Naruto stated, as he began to laugh. Naruto-kun, be nice. I could tell you the implications of having a sewer for a mindscape if you are not nice. I had to nearly order Aki-chan here to be nice, so that we could help you with Kyuubi. Yoshiko scolded Naruto. Naruto began to sulk. Sorry, Yoshiko-chan, Aki-chan, I won't do it again. You are kind of cute by the way. Naruto's compliment brought up Aki's spirits. You follow me to the damn foxhole. No offense to Aki-chan. Naruto attempted to defend himself. None taken, my sire can be, how would your friend Shikamaru put it? Troublesome at times. Aki proclaimed, much to Naruto's delight. So Aki-chan, why are you wearing a leash? Naruto asked, as they entered a large room with a double-barred gate with a paper on the front of it with the word seal on it. It is because it represents the seal she is bound by. Kyuubi replied in a booming voice. So why can't I put you on a leash? Naruto teased. You could if I allowed it. It might even be fun if you wanted to use it for other purposes. Kyuubi teased. Naruto looked perplexed, as Yoshiko walked up to the cage, and Naruto became fearful for her safety. You shouldn't go close to him, he's dangerous, Naruto yelled. Yoshiko looked in the cage, and then began to laugh. I see now why the great Kyuubi is so hard on Naruto-kun, Yoshiko proclaimed. You will hush the child, not a word to the kid or we all will die right now, Kyuubi proclaimed in much anger. Yoshiko continued to giggle. No wonder he is having problems with understanding girls. I want to run some tests at the hospital later to verify my hypothesis. Oh, Kyuubi, your secret is safe for now. But that isn't the reason I am here. I am here to figure out why Naruto-kun's chakra control is shot. I know Kyuubi is giving you unstable chakra, but I want to understand why. Yoshiko asked the growling Kyuubi. I only have the yin portion of my chakra, and it is the most unstable part of my chakra. The yang is sealed away elsewhere. Either he has to figure out how to control his emotions, or I will need my other chakra. The worst part is that he is not ready to have both chakras in his system. Yang will settle the chakra control problem, but, as he is now, it will overpower his chakra coils, and destroy his body. Kyuubi explained. Why didn't you tell me about this before, you damn fox? Naruto demanded. Thanks for watching my video, leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time, till then sayonara.